Deep underground in an undisclosed location, this is Tread Comics presents the 1943 Batman serial. The Batman 1943 black and white 15-chapter theatrical serial from Columbia Pictures starred Lewis Wilson as Batman and Douglas Croft as his sidekick Robin. The serial is based on the DC comic character Batman, who first appeared in Detective Comics issue number 27 in May of 1939. The villain is an original character named Dr. Daka, a secret agent of the Japanese Imperial government, played by Carrol Naish. Rounding out the cast are Shirley Patterson as Linda Page, Bruce Wayne's love interest, and William Austin as Alfred, the Wayne Manor butler. The serial storyline involves the Batman, a secret U.S. government agent, attempting to defeat the sabotage schemes of Japanese agent Daka, operating in Gotham City at the height of World War II. Serving Daka are his traitorous American henchmen. Batman is notable for being the first appearance on film of Batman and for debuting serial story details that quickly became permanent parts of the Batman comics mythos. The Batcave and its secret entrance through a grandfather clock inside Wayne Manor. This serial also changed the course of how Alfred Pennyworth's physical appearance was depicted in Batman stories. At the time Batman was released in theaters, Alfred was a portly gentleman in the comics. Subsequently, issues suddenly portrayed Alfred as a trim and sporting a thin mustache, following actor William Austin's portrayal of the character. The serial was a commercial success, and in 1949, 4 years after World War II, spawned another Columbia chapter serial entitled Batman and Robin. The entire first Batman serial was re-released theatrically in 1965 as an evening with Batman and Robin and proved very popular. Some theaters showed the chapters as Saturday matinees. Its success inspired the live-action comedy lampoon series Batman from 1966, starring Adam West and Burt Ward. The plot sees the Batman, Bruce Wayne, played by Lewis Wilson, and his ward, Robin, Dick Grayson, played by Douglas Croft, secret government agents following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, becoming aware of a Japanese sabotage ring operating in Gotham City. Bruce's girlfriend, Linda Page, played by Shirley Patterson, asks for his help in finding her uncle, Martin Warren, played by Gus Glassmere, who was abducted by the ring after he was released from prison. Dr. Tito Daka, the Japanese leader of the ring, plans to steal the city's radium supply to power his invention, a handheld ray gun that can dissolve anything hit by its powerful beam. He forces from Warren the location of the vault where the radium is stored. Daka sends his American henchmen along with a zombie that he controls via microphone and an electronic brain implant to steal the precious metal. Batman discovers the plot and eventually defeats the gang after a terrific battle. In his secret Batcave, the Batman interrogates one of Daka's henchmen, who reveals that the radium was to have been taken away to the House of the Open Door, located in the mostly deserted Little Tokyo section of Gotham City. Batman and Robin infiltrate the gang's lair, hidden inside a still-open business, a funhouse ride. There they find Linda bound and gagged and unconscious. After she is rescued by the dynamic duo, Dr. Daka transforms her Uncle Warren into a zombie and plots the derailment of a heavy-laden supply train. Once again, Dr. Daka's sabotage efforts are stopped by Batman and Robin. Traps and counter-traps follow with breathtaking rapidity in the chapters that followed, as the dynamic duo continued to thwart the plans of the Japanese agent and his henchmen. When Dr. Daka attempts to steal America's victory plans, the Batman and Robin finally prevail. They oversee the capture of Daka's men and finally the destruction of the Japanese agent as he tries to escape but falls to his death through his own trap door into a pit of hungry crocodiles. The Batman 1943 serial was made at the height of World War II and, like numerous works of popular American fiction at the time, contains anti-Axis power sentiments, in this case anti-Japanese ethnic slurs and comments. Like any other contemporary serials of its time, the Batman also suffered from a low budget. No attempt was made to create the Batmobile, so a black 1939 Cadillac Series 61 convertible was used, chauffeured by Alfred when Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson were either in their civilian or alter ego identities. It is driven top up when it is in the Batmobile and top down when it is in Bruce Wayne's car. While many serials made changes as part of their adaptation, to the extent that they were often improved upon out of recognition, Batman fared better than most and changes were minor. In this serial, special utility belts were worn but never used. The villain was not taken from the comic stories, and there was no Batmobile per se, and Batman was a secret agent of the government instead of an independent crime-fighting vigilante. This last change was due to the time period's film censors, who would not allow the hero to be seen taking the law into his own hands. Dread Comics is now proud to present, without further ado, the 1943 Batman serial Chapter 8, Live on Radio.
Mine owner Colton and his men make plans to rob the radium mine. But Batman and Robin drop in on the party.
Finish him. that doesn't, this will.
Let's get out of here.
Bruce, are you all right? You all right, Batman?
Yeah. That really was a close call. You did some fast thinking.
Those bells ring, we'd better get out of here. We don't want the police to find us in these outfits.
Oh, I'm certain, miss, that when the master returns, he'll be able to put your fears about Mr. Colton to rest.
Hello, Linda.
Bruce, I'm sure that Ken's disappearance and the radium mines all have some connection with Uncle Martin.
Nonsense. You don't know miners. Probably out painting the town.
I wish I could believe that. But the police can't find him, and you're too lazy to try and look for him. I'm going to find him myself.
Where are you going to look for him first?
And he's mine. Here's the map right here.
It'll be a waste of time. Besides, I don't like the idea of you going to such a place alone.
Well, then why don't you go with me?
Please let me see the map. Looks like a long, hot ride. All for nothing.
I thought Ken was your friend. If he were, you'd try to find him. Goodbye.
Linda, you're not really going there.
I certainly am.
All right, then. Dick and I'll go with you tomorrow if you'll wait till then.
Why delay it?
We have to load the trailer.
Well, that's the way I like to hear you talk. We'll leave in the morning.
Perhaps, Mr. Colton, you'd like to see Mr. Warren again to remind you of what happens to anyone who refuses to obey me.
No, thanks.
Are you willing to show us to your mine?
Not by a long shot.
Are you not aware that after you become a zombie, you will be forced to guide us there?
Yeah, that's what you think.
So sorry. Fletcher. Now you're going to show us where your mine is?
Yes, I'll do anything, only don't start that horrible pain again.
That is more sensible. Fletcher. Get whatever men and equipment you need and get up there as soon as you can.
Hey, sit and roll. We got any water?
Oh, plenty. Bucket, water.
Let him up now.
Where is that place of yours? See where that road branches about 200 yards ahead?
Yeah, so what?
You take the road to the left and stop at the first turn.
Whose place is that down there?
That's my cabin.
Where's the mine?
Top of the hill and to the left.
Go ahead, Bert. Well, there it is.
All right, boys, get the lanterns fixed and we'll go to work.
Don't try any tricks if you want to come out of there again in good health.
I know when I'm licked.
Oh. Hurry up, Marshal. Come on. All right, lead the way.
Which way now? Down there. There's your pitch blende.
Get some samples of it, boys.
How far into the mines does this cave run? About a mile or so. Gets pretty narrow at the other end. Well, you better show us around a bit if you don't mind. Oh, I don't mind. Go ahead.
Get to work, boys. We'll be back shortly.
What are you looking for, Colton? Right around here is a vein of gold. I had it essayed last month, and it ran $300 a ton.
That sounds like high-grade ore.
Oh, there it is. Hold up your lantern. Let go! It's me you're choking. I'll call the boys. They can help us find him. Hey, Bert, Pine, Andrews, Range, come here.
Something's wrong in there.
Colton got away. He's hiding here somewhere. Turn to and help us find him.
This is the place that Ken told us about, the Indian place. And say, fella, you're Steve, aren't you?
Me, Steve. What you want?
I'm looking for a friend of mine. His name is Ken Colton.
Me no Colton. Me no see Colton.
Is this the right road to Mr. Colton's mine?
He got no mine. Got cabin only. You buy, pretty face?
It's carved out of the same rock Ken showed us a sample of at your apartment.
Rock come from cave in mountain near Colton cabin.
You mean the cabin is near the cave?
Cabin on right road, cave in mountain left road.
That's clear as mud.
Well, we'll try and find it. Here, keep the change.
No, Indian don't take gift. Price $1, $3, $2, $5.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the information. Go ahead, Alfred.
And there's his cabin over there.
Well, let's go to the cabin first and see if Ken is home.
Go ahead, Alfred.
Ken! Hey, Ken!
Well, I guess he isn't here.
Oh, I'm sorry, fellas. I guess my woman's intuition failed me this time. Well, guess we might as well go back to town.
Well, as long as we're here, I'm going to have a look at that cave the Indian told us about.
Oh, Bruce, I wish you wouldn't.
Now, don't worry, Linda. You know I wouldn't go there if I thought it was dangerous. I'll send Alfred over to keep you company while we're gone. Come on, Dick.
Be careful.
Alfred, take the lunch basket into Miss Page. We're going to have a look around.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bruce suggested you have some refreshments now, miss, as long as we're not going to camp here today.
Well, that's a good idea. Here, I'll help you.
He must have got by us somehow and ran out of the cave. Here, Raines, Andrews. Go up to the old coot's cabin and see if he's there.
That's the gang's car. They must have forced Colton to take them to his mine.
Do you think it's time for the Batman and Robin to step in now?
Absolutely.
Sandwich, miss?
Thank you, Alfred. Oh, Alfred! Ken!
Linda, what are you doing here?
We've been searching for you. Bruce brought me here.
A bunch of gangsters grabbed me and tried to force me to show them my mine. But I outsmarted them. Now I'll really show them something. That's thieving crooks and they can get away with this with me.
What are you going to do?
I am going to blow up that mine and that bunch of claim jumpers with it.
Oh, no, you can't do that. Bruce and Dick are on their way to the mine right now.
You run as fast as your legs will carry you down that path and head them off.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, sir.
I'll get the blast ready down below.
Where do you think you're going?
Physician's orders, gentlemen. He instructed me to run a mile each morning.
Well, this morning, I think you better walk our way.
Yes.
Come on. Here.
Farther down the cave.
Look out! The Batman!
Hey, Batman. Over here.
This tough-looking character calls himself Chuck White. Is he friend or foe? Daka would like to know the answer to that question. Who is Chuck White pointing that gun at? And why is he being attacked? Don't fail to see The Sign of the Sphinx, Chapter 9 of Batman at this theater next week.